hello everyone, and welcome to our very first Talking Tech with Rene. And in this time, Tammy Bednar, who's joining me on this conversation. Tammy Bednar is a Senior Director of Product Management at Exadata Database Service and Database Cloud Service. Hi, Tammy, how are you?
I'm good. Hi, Rene. How are you doing? Thanks for inviting me today.
No, it's great to have you here and have this small tech conversation. And yeah, no, it's always a pleasure talking with you. And yeah, so let's get a little bit started on this tech.
Awesome.
So Tammy, if you can tell us a little bit of what you do, and yeah, just tell us a little bit about what you do.
Sure. I am a product manager at Oracle, and I've actually been with Oracle, and I hate to tell everybody how many years I've been with Oracle, but you know, it's been a wonderful ride. I've been with Oracle for over 26 years. And you know, I started in support, and then I graduated to product management. And so, you know, I think I've been with Oracle for so long because of all the technology advances we continue to, or I continue to see. And it's always so, I love talking to customers. I love looking at the technology that we develop and how our customers use it. So it's just been fantastic. So as a product manager, I have a wonderful opportunity to meet our customers all over the world and understand how they use our technology. And also that gives me ideas on how we can improve our technology as well. So I get to take back those ideas to our developers and talk to them about how our customers are using it and how we can improve the experience and how we can add new features into our technology stack. So that's just a huge fun, a lot of fun.
I know, I can totally bet. And so if we can dive a little bit deeper into what you do, right? So myself, I'm very involved with Exadata, right? So if you can talk a little bit about what Exadata database services, right? So what is it that a client can or cannot do with this service?
Fantastic. So let's talk about a little bit about the platform, the Exadata platform itself. Exadata is not brand new. It's actually been around, I think like over 12 years. And it was developed as an engineered systems on premise, right? And so when we developed Exadata, we had this vision that it was not just another hardware platform, right? It was an ideal database hardware platform for scaling out, optimizing database compute, and of course have networking and also storage on it that works well with the database. And also making it a database aware system software together with the hardware and the software together, right? Because we came up with algorithms that improve OLTP, analytics, and consolidation. And then finally being able to automate a lot of the tasks that our customers have to do when they're using other hardware or x86 hardware or other hardware where they're running their databases. So we try to automate, we try to, and we also add intelligence, like on the storage. If a disk goes bad, we just don't let it go bad. We actually take it offline, because when a disk goes bad, it can bring down performance of all the other drives as well. So we add a lot of smart intelligence into the platform. So the services all start with our Exadata platform that we've built, as I said, as an engineered system. So it was just a natural progression to move this from on-premise to our cloud, or our OCI cloud, Oracle cloud. And we have a number of services that run on the Exadata platform. Of course, we have on-premises, which many of our customers use today. Then we have cloud at customer, where the hardware is located in their data center, but it's managed by the cloud. And we have two different services running in that scenario. We have autonomous database, of course, which automates a lot of these manual tasks. And then we have Exadata database service on Cloud at Customer, which customers get to manage more of the VMs and of course the database and of course the data as well. And then we move into our public cloud, which is called Exadata database service on dedicated infrastructure. And it's running also autonomous also runs in the public cloud as well. So we have a number of different ways customers can deploy their databases, or I should say locations they can deploy their databases, depending on their kind of requirements and their business needs as well.
Yeah, no, and that's a very good explanation of what is it. And can you tell us a little bit about the latest and greatest Exadata, the X9M, and what is it that a client can do with it versus, let's say, the X8?
So we have an X9M that runs on premises as well as Cloud at Customer. And then our latest X9M hardware is running in the public cloud. And the X9M, or every time I should say, every generation, we add the best technology that's available on the market. That means more cores, more storage, and and we very rarely change our pricing structure. So it's really great that customers that were running or are running on X8M, they can move to X9M. They don't change the price at all. And with X9M, we are giving you a lot more cores to run your databases in, and a lot more storage. So it's a great platform for consolidation, and we continue to improve our performance. From a networking perspective, we add on X9M in the cloud, we added or updated our network cards. So now you get, I think it's 50 gigabytes per second with your client and backup network. We are now using PCIe 4 as well, and that also improves your storage our performance, not storage, but your performance of your networking as well. So every generation, we evaluate all the technology in the market, and we provide our next generation of our Exadata platform. So it's really exciting to see. And I think we all get kind of blown away when we start talking about the performance and how many transactions per second. It is in the millions now. So it blows me away after, as I said, being at Oracle for 26 years, where we were and where we are now. So
no, and I can definitely say, so currently myself, I'm migrating a client from a Gen 1 to a Gen 2 now. Oh, yes. And they're running the X9 M2, and yeah, no, the difference that we're seeing is, yeah, it's through the roof. So, and that brings up the next question that I have, right? So myself, I'm seeing a lot of clients where there's still a lot on premise, right? And they're making the transition to OCI, to the Oracle Cloud, right? And I'm seeing either Exadata ODAs. What would be their natural transition for them, or that you see with your clients that you manage or that you talk with day to day, to this Exadata service? What is it that you see? Is it more on the public cloud? Is it more Cloud at Customer? Is it more autonomous, or is it more managed by them?
Right. No, that's a great question. I'm glad you brought up ODA, Oracle Database Appliance. That's near and dear to my heart. I was also product manager for Oracle Database Appliance for 7 years. So that was also an engineered system. So that was great. So working with ODA and Exadata at the same time as engineered systems, and being able to come up with an appliance that makes it very easy and simple for our customers to deploy the database and manage the database, of course. Now, the natural progression that we saw and we see with many of our customers moving off ODA is to the Exadata platform, because they're so similar in the way we developed the platform, right? It's just Exadata is bigger and it has more resources for consolidation as well. So I saw a lot of customers moving from ODA on-premise to Exadata on-premise, and now the next step is the cloud. I mean, a lot of our customers are looking at cloud first for their business. Now, which service do you choose? And that really depends on a lot of different requirements from a business perspective. So if you have, we would always say, try out Autonomous Database, because the automation that it provides gives our DBAs a lot more time to focus on the business and the data. And the data is the most valuable thing that our businesses have today, and how many insights they can gain from the data that they have to make their businesses more profitable. And it's very competitive out there today. The next step, if Autonomous doesn't work for your applications, then I would say look at Exadata Cloud at Customer. So Cloud at Customer provides our customers the ability for data sovereignty. So if you have very strict compliance or security rules in which you need to be able to control your data, it can't leave your data center, then Cloud at Customer is the perfect platform. Also, Cloud at Customer is perfect for our customers that have not quite moved their applications into the public cloud. Re-platforming applications can be very daunting task, and it can take a while. So if you're looking for a very fast way to move from on-premise and into the Cloud at Customer is a great first step. And it gives you the same experience of running Exadata on the premises into the cloud. So even though the Exadata is still in your data center with Cloud at Customer, Oracle manages the hardware. It provides the patches for the stack. And as a customer, you get to manage the databases, the VMs, the data, and then your applications can run from within your data center. And of course, that means very low latency, which is always very important when running applications. And then if you don't have those kinds of data sovereignty or application challenges, then the public cloud is perfect. You move it out of your data center. You no longer have to manage the hardware in your data center. And Oracle, of course, manages, again, the hardware within the public cloud, providing all the patches for the stack as well. So we kind of see that as a natural progression. And all along, using the Exadata platform, you get the same experience, the same understanding of how the platform works.
I think that's the progression that I'm seeing as well with my clients, and yeah, it makes total sense. Now, one of the cool features that I saw that was introduced, I would say the beginning of this year, right, is autonomous VMs, and so it's mixed VMs in the Exadata Cloud at Customer.
Yes.
Can you tell us a little bit about that, like, and especially because I think, and correct me if I'm wrong on this, previous to that, your Exadata Cloud at Customer had to be 100% autonomous or 100% managed by you, right? And now
That's right.
It was introduced, this mixed VMs. Can you tell us a little bit about, and why would a client use this mixed scenario?
So the Cloud at Customer, first of all, provides the ability to have multiple VMs on one system. So that's a fantastic feature that allows our customers to kind of segregate like their departments, or segregate the kinds of databases, like test databases from production databases. You can have them in different VMs. So once we have this multi-VM capability on Cloud at Customer, then it just made sense to also introduce the ability to create different types of VMs. You can have an Exadata VM where you can have a little bit more control over the database versions and the patching. And then we said, oh, by the way, we can also run an autonomous database VM with the Exadata VMs. And so this gives our customers an opportunity. One, if they have not tried out autonomous database with their application, it's a great opportunity for them to create a VM, make it an autonomous VM, start testing it out, see how great it works with their applications, and understand all the automation that is provided with the autonomous database. And then if they like it, they can keep it, and then they can start migrating their other databases into another autonomous VM with, still keeping that segregation of the different types of databases and things like that. So it makes it a great opportunity if you're already on Cloud at Customer to check out Autonomous Database and kind of move in that direction.
No, I think, yeah, I think that's a very cool feature myself. I'm starting to try it out and see how it goes. Only in development so far because it was, yeah. When I found out, it was only March. So yeah, we're in that process. So yeah, no, so hopefully it'll go well. The other thing and concerns that I normally hear out, right? It's price, right? So when a customer was at on-prem, right? They had to scope, let's say for, I don't know, 88 CPUs and license those 88 CPUs.
Right.
Can you talk a little bit about the benefit that Cloud Customer brings to that, brings to the table around that?
That's a great question. Actually, it's all our cloud services that provide the ability to pay for the resources that you need, the CPU, especially around CPU, right? And your licensing around the CPU. But you are not, what did I say, locked in to, like, as you said, the 88 cores or whatever for licensing. You can use the number of cores that you need. And if you need more, you can expand or scale up and add more resources as the workload requires it. Now, I want to take a shout out and tell everybody to go take a look at the autonomous VM and the databases, because they are doing some very interesting things with cores, providing ability to run many databases on a single core. So the autonomous database actually has a great feature for customers on their test dev databases. They could actually run up to 10 test development databases on one OCPU. So that's a great savings and a great opportunity for customers to check out that capability and also save money. I mean, that's the great thing about going to the cloud. You're moving out of your data center, you're reducing your manual costs or all your manual tasks, and being able to automate a lot of these tasks and being able to focus on the data and the business itself. So yeah, it's a great thing with Cloud at Customer to be able to run both, regular Exadata VMs and workloads, and then autonomous VMs and workloads. It really depends on the requirements of the Oracle database and how much automation and also your application that you're looking for.
And that's great. And now that you touched that point, right? When we're talking about automation, are we talking about automation within the Exadata? Are we talking Terraform, Ansible, DevOps? What is it that we're talking about?
That's a great question. Automation is a very broad meaning. You're right, absolutely. So from an autonomous database, the automation is in all the different tasks. If you think about what a DBA has to do today, finding patches, patching the stack, making sure that the parameters are set properly, which version of the database. So with autonomous database, the automation, excuse me, comes into, we do automatically patch, we run on a certain version of the database. So we keep you up to date where you don't have to think about those things. It just automatically happens. Now with Cloud at Customer, we also have a number of automations, of course, with our cloud tooling. So we have our cloud UI, we have our APIs, where our customers can automate a lot of the different tasks as well. Okay, so with Cloud at Customer, we have the automation, of course, with the Exadata, the automation with our cloud, managing the hardware itself, right, and patching the stack. And also we provide the patches that you can apply to the database and the VMs as well. So you don't have to go searching for all the different patches anymore. So there's a lot of automation there. And then on our console, we have our UI console where you can very easily provision databases, you can patch databases. And also, speaking of Terraform and Ansible, that's another way to automatically provision your databases as well. So it really reduces the amount of manual task that any DBA actually has to think about today. So they can focus more on what's important to the business and taking care of the data itself.
I think that's very important for the clients to know, right? So that it's not only the automation that the database brings, but also what the client can do with their automation, right? So
That's right.
it's either scaling up, scaling down. There's use if it's fully managed by the client, or it's something that yeah, I think it's very easy to do as well. So it's not complex. If you do a little bit of Terraform, if you do a little bit of Ansible, or even Bash script, it's something that the client can easily do.
Exactly.
And Tammy, just to close out this conversation, if there is any new features that you can talk about that are coming up that the clients can be excited and that you can publicly say or share with them, so that they can get a little bit more excited, not only with what they're currently doing with this platform, but that they can look forward to.
Absolutely. So on Cloud@Customer, well, first of all, let me put it this way. The cloud is known for elasticity as well, right? And so what we have done in the public cloud with the Exadata database service on dedicated is provided the ability to provision and scale up resources when you need them. So with the public cloud, with the Exadata dedicated, you can start with 2 database servers and 3 storage nodes as a minimum. And then you can scale and add as many database nodes or compute nodes that you need to run your workload. Which is great. So it's very elastic. And if you know ahead of time that, well, really, I just need really 3 compute nodes and 3 storage nodes and we're good to go, you can provision that from the beginning. So there's no longer these t-shirt shapes that you are kind of confined to when you run your databases and your workloads. It's elastic, and you get to determine what kind of resources you need and scale those online whenever you need them. On Cloud@Customer, we recently added the ability for the storage node to be able to be elastic as well. So on Cloud@Customer, you can add additional storage nodes. Now, today with Cloud@Customer, you are limited to a single rack for your database and storage nodes, but we are working very hard to add the ability to have multiple racks. So again, elasticity, being able to add as many storage and database nodes that you need. So once we have multi-rack, then we will also add the ability to add as many database nodes that you need as well to run your workload with Cloud@Customer. Another feature that's coming in the public cloud, we talked about the multi-VM capability on Cloud@Customer. We're working really hard to add multi-VM to our Exadata database service on dedicated in the public cloud as well. And so I think you can kind of interpret that once we have that, then we'll also have the other functionality as well. So we're really excited about being able to add this elasticity and also providing our customers the choice of the type of VM that you want to run, the type of database that you want to run, and where you want to run it, with all the same experiences, the same, kind of outcomes when you run databases on the Exadata platform.
Oh, those are very cool features, and yeah, I can definitely say that the storage expansion, I actually did one, and it was quite smooth.
Awesome.
In reality, it was just the time that it took for the storage to arrive, and basically that was it. Adding that storage, it was just a couple of hours, and we were ready to go as well. So
that's exciting.
Well, Tammy, is there anything else that you would like to share? Anything else that you would like to talk about? Anything that the clients should or can be aware?
Absolutely. So we actually have an external Slack channel. And if you look on your slide, you'll see the URL. If you click on that, that will take you, and you can invite you to join our external Slack channel for our Exadata database service, as well as our base database service, which is our enterprise and standard edition database services. On this external Slack channel, it's a great opportunity to also meet other customers that are running their databases on Exadata or on our base database service, ask questions, and also let you know about some interesting blogs or some tech talks. Every month we have a tech talk, and I would encourage you guys to join our external Slack channel or check out Ask Tom at oracle.com for office hours on our tech talk on Exadata as well, or our database, our base database services as well. And speaking about blogs, I have another link on that slide that shows you a recent blog that talks about our different cloud database services and help you choose which service is right for you to run your databases and your workloads and your applications.
Thank you very much, Tammy, and I'll definitely join that channel. It's always good to have a conversation, not only with yourself, but also with other clients that are doing this technology.
That's excellent. Thank you so much,
Tammy. I want to appreciate the time that you took for having this conversation, and again, thank you for being here.
Anytime. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much, and see you at the next TED Talk. Bye.